Chemical bonding part 6 Vesper theory. This is the continuation of the previous video and you must see this video in order to understand the repulsion order between lone pair bond pair electrons. So we'll go for one more example called NH3. As you know, I already explained about the lone pair bond pair electrons by taking the example as NH3, and nitrogen has bivalence electrons, which is a central atom, and hydrogen has one valence electrons. Hydrogen, in order to have helium configuration, and nitrogen in order to have octet configuration, they undergo sharing like this, forming 3 covalent bonds. So in order to minimize the repulsion between these 3 bond pair electrons, they undergo repulsion. Okay, but here one thing is there, here one lone pair electron is also present, as already I explained. Okay, and already explained that lone pairs occupy more space than bond pairs because these are attracted only towards the one nuclei. So the space occupied by the lone pairs is more compared to bond pairs. So as the space is more, the space between the bond pair and lone pair is less. That means they are nearer to each other. That means they undergo repulsion. So the repulsion between the lone pair and bond pair increases. Because of these repulsion, these 2 bond pairs come nearer to each other. So here the angle decreases. Because of these, the shape also changes. See here, CH4 has 4 bond pair electrons and 0 lone pair electrons. Totally 4 plus 0, 4 electron pairs are present in the CH4. So if 4 electron pairs are present, it should have tetrahedral shape and 109 degrees 28 minutes bond angle. But here in ammonia 3 bond pairs are there, 1 lone pair is there, 3 bond pairs, 1 lone pair, totally 4. So it should also have tetrahedral shape and 109 degrees 28 minutes. But because repulsions between lone pair and bond pairs are more than the repulsions between bond pair and bond pair, the angle between H and H decreases from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 107 degrees 48 minutes. And hence the shape also changes from tetrahedral shape to pyramidal shape. See here, I prepared a model for you. So this is nitrogen, hydrogen, 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 and these are lone pair electrons. So lone pair electron occupies more space, bond pair electron occupies less space because these are attracted towards the 2 nuclei and this is attracted only towards the 1 nuclei. So here between the lone pair and bond pair the space is less, అంటే చాలా తక్కువ ప్లేస్ ఉంది రెండింటి మధ్య కాబట్టి దగ్గరికి ఉంటాయి. సో ద రిపల్షన్స్ ఆర్ మోర్, రిపల్షన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి రిపల్షన్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉండడం వల్ల ఈ రెండు దూరం అవుతాయి. అయినప్పుడు ఏమవుతాయి అంటే ఈ రెండింటి మధ్య యాంగిల్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా డిక్రీజ్ అయిపోయి షేప్ కూడా చేంజ్ అయిపోతుంది. యాక్చువల్గా టెట్రాహెడ్రల్ షేప్ ఉండాలి కానీ దీనికి మధ్య రిపల్షన్స్ వల్ల ఇక్కడ బాండ్ యాంగిల్ తగ్గి షేప్ అనేది టెట్రాహెడ్రల్ నుంచి పిరమిడల్ షేప్కి బాండ్ యాంగిల్ అనేది 109 degrees 28 minutes నుంచి 107 degrees 48 minutesకి తగ్గుతుంది. సో ఫైనల్లీ NH3 హ్యాస్ పిరమిడల్ షేప్, bond angle 107 degrees 48 minutes. So we will go for the last example in Vesper theory, that is H2O. O is the central atom with the configuration 1s2 2s2 2p4 and 6 valence electrons, 1 2 3 4 5 6 on oxygen, and hydrogen has 1 valence electron, so 2 hydrogens. So in order to get helium configuration, the sharing takes place like this, oxygen shapes like this. So 2 bonds, covalent bonds are formed between the oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so in order to minimize the repulsions between these lone pairs and also bond pairs, so here 3 types of repulsions are present. One is lone pair repulsion, and the other one is lone pair bond pair repulsion, and bond pair repulsion. But here lone pairs occupy more space, so they occupy more space means they are nearer to each other, so they repel strongly. Okay, and because of these 2 come nearer to each other, so lone pair and bond pair also repels. So finally the angle between the bond pair and bond pair decreases from 109 degrees 28 minutes to 104 degrees 31 minutes. And actually 4 plus 0, 4 electron pairs means tetrahedral shape should be present. Here 2 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs, 2 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs, so totally 4 electron pairs. So it should also have tetrahedral shape. But because of the repulsions between lone pair bond pair, and bond pair, the shape changes from tetrahedral shape to V shape, and angle changes from 109 degrees to 104 degrees 31 minutes. All these according to the Vesper theory. All the shape changes, or assuming a linear shape or a trigonal shape or tetrahedral shape or pyramidal shape or V shape, all this is according to the Vesper theory. That is because of the repulsions between the lone pair bond pair, and bond pair. So finally you can say the repulsion order. Now the repulsions between lone pair, because they are nearer to each other, so it is greater than lone pair and bond pair, because they are somewhat nearer to each other, and this is greater than bond pair and bond pair. So here we see the H2O molecule. This is oxygen central atom, hydrogen and 2 lone pair electrons, okay, and which are present on the apex of the oxygen. In the nitrogen, only 1 lone pair electron is present on the apex of nitrogen in ammonia, okay. So here, in order to, if these are like this, they are very nearer to each other. So these lone pairs occupy more space, that means they are nearer to each other, so they undergo repulsion. Because of these repulsions, the space between this lone pair and bond pair decreases, so these undergo repulsion. And finally, angle between these two bond pairs also decreases from 109 to 104 degrees, okay. So here, because of these angle change, it assumes a V shape or angular shape. So finally you conclude that repulsions between lone pair and lone pair is more than lone pair and bond pair, and lone pair and bond pair repulsions are more than bond pair repulsions. This is the repulsion order. Lone pair repulsions is greater than lone pair bond pair, and lone pair bond pair repulsions are greater than bond pair repulsions. This is about the Vesper theory and few examples. Even though Vesper theory explains about the bond angles and shapes, it does not explain about the strength of the bonds. It doesn't explain anything about the strength of the bonds or the electronic nature of the covalent bonds. So in order to explain the electronic nature or strength of the bonds, we'll go for one more theory called valence bond theory in the next video. Thank you students for watching this video.